Let's take a look at the reading again. Let's take a look at 163.65. We took off, of course, lower at 160. That was yesterday. Right, but we want to be focused on the levels that we are trading. Levels we are trading are shown here. Any bounce above that 162.37 is the maximum retraction that you expect to get. The next target is really 165.26. There's possibility if there is continuation of what you see as positive momentum. This momentum breaks above overbought on the daily chart. You're actually going all the way to 167.50. Over here on the projections, you're going to 170. What are these projections? These are the projections for level 3. Remember, this was an internal 1 and a high degree 1 and a 2, 3 and 4. We're using projections for level 3 right from the bottom of the way to level 3. We'll give you a level 5. Level 5 is usually 161.8, which is 162.37, has already been broken above and supported on. Broken above and supported on. Why? Because we have an internal trigger on the daily chart. We all know this trigger is an internal 1 and 2. There is an internal trigger on the daily chart that is supported by positive momentum on the 4 hours and on the 1 hour. Supported by cycle 3 driving the market high. So where do we think you're going to go? We're now at that level, 163.6. Really? Yes. We're still having positive momentum. We're going higher to 165. If there is a break above overbought on the daily, we're going to 167 and 169.92 and 170. Let's not jump the gun, or let's not jump forward. We expect we're going to 200% because we are supported at 161.8%. Again, we're supported at 161.8%. We've broken a neckline here. We're supported at 161.8%. We're going to 200%, 165. Let's take a look now, and all this would just be a B or maybe a higher degree B. We'll just assume for the time being it's a B. Let's take a look at the 4-hour charts. Okay, so we know that we have an internal trigger on the daily, and this is now we have what we're seeing on 4 hours, consistent degree 3 momentum. Let's take a look at the internal. That internal trigger occurs right here at level 1. Okay, so we did, of course, the internal segregations. We have a 1 and a 2. We have an internal 1 and a 2, a 3. This is a degree 4. Sorry, this is a 4-hour chart. This is internal consistent degree 3 momentum. It has not finished. It has not corrected. It is at a neckline. Right? So it's going to take out the neckline. Neckline will be taken out. Of course, the feeds out of the 4 hours are positive. The feeds out of the 1 hour are positive. All right. Remember, we used to have this neckline. Sorry, here. There is a neckline here, and this shadow blocks. And there's a head and shoulders. Head and shoulders, these higher head and shoulders. Okay, so I was saying there's a level 1 here. We're not showing the next neck. There's a level 1 and internal 1, 2. There's a neckline 50% between these two necklines. We're not showing it, but now we are supported at that neckline. All right, and we're doing a level 3 that is on degree 3 cycle momentum on the 4-hour chart and continuous cycle momentum on the 1-hour chart. We have 2 positive momentum cycles as shown here. So the neckline will be taken out on a cycle 3. We're going, sorry, inside of this ending diagonal, because the momentum is very strong, it becomes a cycle 3. You cannot expect a correction at this point. Wave 3 is not finished. So wave 3 is not finished. What will it do? It will do projections of the current uptrend. Projections of the current uptrend are taken from that level 2 all the way to this level 3. They're still progressing, and the next projection is 164.64 and 165.11. This is an extension, so that's the only measure or the best measure that you can devise for it. Again, we're using the bottom of that wave 2. If this becomes wave 3, or even internal wave 3, it does a correction 4 and moves to 127.2, which is 164.6. Again, that level 165. Because we're in positive momentum, we know that wave 3 is not finished. Any internals into this even if you think you're having an A, B, and a C, are not really true. They're just fractals, and you should buy straight on using the retracted momentum on the 15-minute chart, which you probably had some of it today. We didn't really. You should just buy the market every morning, Asia time, and take profits at the next R1 and R2. Ultimately, we expect that wave 3, its ultimate projection at 165 inside of this ending diagram. These are the actual projections. At that point, we would have concluded with wave 3. All right, we get to do wave 4. This is still too early for this, but once we break that neckline, we can see, of course, we have a very strong neckline here because of the strength and momentum of the 4 hours and 1 hour. We take it out and we do the shoulder. We have a shoulder to the left. We're going to be having a shoulder to the right at the neckline. At this point, we are going to broaden the ending diagonal. You have an ending diagonal here. We would have done 165. The market does the wave 4. Remember, this is the end of this wave 3 that we're showing, comes up to 165 on positive momentum. At least we'll do 165, maybe we'll do 166, but let's just say we'll do 165. It is just above the neckline. We fall back into that bigger fracture of an ending diagonal. This is a correction 4 at that point, becomes a 4A, 4B, and 4C before we move up into a 3-5 all the way to 166 and 167 and 169. We're not ready if the momentum continues to be positive. We're only bothered, of course, as traders with the current move up into wave 3. We don't have to focus on anything else. We have to be realistic. As traders, we're only bothered in that move continuation of wave 3. It is guaranteed because of the positive momentum on the 4 hours and the 1 hour. This is a cycle 3, as shown flashing here. And we are continuing to that ending diagram. Target 165.